Well, hello everybody, Jason of New Age Revolution down here in the cave. And we might have to change up the cave name. It might have to be, because now I just feel like I'm down here in the living room. Not done by any means. In fact, this end table's in the shot right now, but it's not set up. I've got to plug in the old, one of many doilies to put on the table, but I've got to plug in the old alarm clock Radio Shack cordless phone. Yeah, I got to get that going. I got to plug the lamp in because when we're down here watching movies, lamp's going to be on. The other end table that you can't see, I'll show you in a bit. And the wall behind me, I decided what could be more important to the 80s childhood than some of the LJN posters. Those are the first five: Hogan, Snuka, Chic, Andre, and Stud. I realized that I had them, had all five originals, and put them up. So we've got still a lot of work to do. The room is messy. I'm going to clean one side at a time. I'm going to have a second part of this living room. When we talk about LJNs or wrestling with the past, I usually sit in front of the LJN wall in that new 80s lounge chair, outdoor lounge chair that I bought. So I'm going to kind of make that like, the reading nook. I'm going to put the magazine stand right next to the chair. I'll have the wrestling You'll see. Coffee table's kind of a work in progress. The Atari is not hooked up because there would be cords going across the room, and they're not long enough. So the Atari's probably not going to be hooked up unless we actually play Atari. We're going to play more Nintendo than Atari down here. So the Atari is just kind of for show. We've got my Blockbuster tape. We've got a couple of magazines on the coffee table, and of course we have my favorite cable box that I've ever had. Right next to, well, the TV guide, of course, but right next to the spot where you would just kind of lay down and turn your channel. So I got to get some pillows down here, and we got to keep going. We need to finish the side tables, and then maybe figure out what to do with the coffee table. The WWF magazines are under the coffee table down here, so that's good. If I feel like reading, if I feel like laying down on the couch and grabbing a magazine, I can do that. When the stuffed animals are off the couch, I have kind of enough room to stretch out and sleep, maybe take an awesome nap, kill the kids upstairs that are running around. I can do that afterwards. But it's kind of like one of those couches where you might have to keep your legs a little bent, and I don't like napping that way the whole night. Well, we'll see. I'm trying to figure out how to sleep down here, because that's kind of, I really would like that. I think that would be like a real, I think that would be cool to be down here in the dark with one little lamp on, watching a floor console Zenith System 3, watching, Tales from the Dark Side, and then falling asleep down here, and then waking up to, I think it would be like almost about as trip back as you can take. Falling asleep, waking up down here. I don't know. So it's coming along. It's not, there's anything that's mess is just stuff that hasn't been put in it'll be fine. There's no mess. I just have to clean up. There's some wall exposed here that I might have to put some more paper on. I think I have a few scraps that could cover that, because that'll bother me if this wall isn't, I don't even think you can see it in the shot. You kind of can. The back of the couch doesn't go up high enough. Yeah, the children are driving. I don't know what they're doing. They're running all around the house upstairs. This hammer won't be part of the set. That was to hang up some stuff. So anyway, what I've decided to announce is that the very first vintage horror night that'll be down here will be, and if I can get up and get it, hold on. Let me grab it for you. the very first vintage horror night will be Friday the 13th, Part 1. I mean, why not? We start the room, we start the restart of the channel. We may as well go to the original and my favorite series. Unfortunately, I don't have this on taped off TV. I have Part 2 taped off TV, so we'll watch Part 2. It was taped off of USA Up All Nighters. Not Up All Night. Captain, what was it? It was Commando. I don't think it was Captain Commando. You know who I'm talking about. But we'll watch Friday the 13th Part 1 when we do a vintage horror night, a vintage horror show, VHS. That will include a little bit of like pre-show, so a little bit of like upstairs, little snack. If you've watched Stephen Brown's Saturday Night Horror, you know what he does, you know, and imitation is the highest form of flattery, so I will copy what he does because I love watching his stuff. So we'll cook or eat whatever I can. I mean, it won't be a giant steak yet, but we'll have a little pre-movie action, and then we'll come down for the movie. I figure I'll stop it during certain parts and talk a little bit, and then we'll so that'll be where we start. And then we're going to do that on Saturday mornings with cartoons. We're going to do some wrestling with the past down here, but the return of Vintage Horror Night on the Vintage Horror Show is with the VHS of Friday the 13th, Part 1. Now, this movie is obviously special for many reasons, but it's cool to go back and watch it because I was here. I went to, Camp Crystal Lake, and I toured the town, and I went to a couple of filming locations. So it's really cool to see the movie, especially the diner scene, because like you look at the diner and you go, what did they do to this diner to make it look so different in the movie than they did in the actual way the diner looks? It's cool. They're like two totally different looking diners. So we'll watch this first. I'll show you around real quick. I'll show you the one end table. Not too much to see. Hang on, let me get you off the tripod here. So here is the one end table. That clock I probably won't plug in because I don't have. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But we've got the desktop phone, the answering machine, of course, in case we miss a call. The baby picture of yours truly with the I don't know. I forget what you call that process of making the shoes into, I don't know, metal, whatever they are. That beautiful Madball framed picture somebody sent me. Yeah, I got to turn on the clock, don't I? I got to plug that in. How can you have a beautiful clock there and not have it plugged in? This is probably going to be the way this table's going to look. I just have to put the doilies out, plug the lamp in. That is a new lamp. I like that lamp better than the old lamp. I think J.R. Ewing has to be represented in the room, so he'll be here. And this is just one of my favorite items. There's the box for it over there. So this is like the mess. It's just pickup. That's all. It's just a little cleanup. No big deal. And so this is my view from the couch. That's what you get from the couch, and that's going to be great. I can't wait to sit here. Let's take a look at the wall. We still have more stuff to put up, but this is pretty much the wall. That's it. We've got the 1983, I think, WWF calendar there. When I start to spill some chips on the ground, we can get the dust buster. You can call me on probably the fifth phone that's down here. I don't know. We got some loose ends to tie up. But so far, I'm pretty comfortable down here. I like it. And once it's cleaned up, it'll be perfect. We'll get a little 80s rug to put down here once all that stuff is cleaned up. And it'll be great. So Friday the 13th, Part 1 will be our first vintage horror show. Oh, that's going to be the little. So that's where I filmed the LJN show. That is the magazine rack. So as I clean up, I'll pull that forward a little bit, and I'll have a little sitting area with the magazine rack and the outdoor lounge chair. I think is a good piece of living room furniture. Yeah, that's about it. That's the update. Vintage horror show. The room's coming along. Once I do a final cleanup, we'll give a final tour of the final cave. I think this is it. I'm not going to do anything like this again. It's over now. I have set the room up. I have a couch. There's nothing more I can do down here that needs to be remodeled. There won't be another remodel. I can assure you of that. I thought that this ET thing needed to be up here. I don't know. I like it. That Double Dragon poster's falling already. It's not good. Where's our thumbtack? I usually don't like using thumbtacks, but we're going to use a thumbtack. We're going to put that up. Yeah, we can't have this falling down. No, indeed. I think I'm hitting a stud. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, Double Dragon. But I also like the Pac-Man poster. I kind of like the Pac-Man poster better than a Double Dragon poster. I don't know. But all right, that's it. We will clean up. We will clean up all this mess. Everything has spots. Everything can go somewhere. Don't worry. And then there's like this mess. No problem. And then there's this mess. No problem. And then we've got our show. And we're back. Okay. That's it. We'll see y'all soon. Good night now.